Hey guys, so today in this YouTube video, what we're going to be doing, we're back with another Utah video. I'm really sorry, I want this one to be pretty short today, because, sorry, itching my nose, because I'm kind of running out of time for something. I'll probably maybe do this like 15-ish minutes, we'll see though. Anyways, this idea I kind of just barely thought. I think I have a few Utah ideas in mind. Worldwide, I'm still kind of empty. I think I had a viewer suggest on Discord. Sorry to that person if I haven't done your suggestion yet. It's like Slovakia, which is a great idea. It's just I try to think of options to teach is the only problem, but I try to see how much I can explore there. Anyways, for this Utah topic, um really I feel like as a person who lives in Salt Lake City, there's kind of I feel like in my opinion, if you say you did a drive up here, I feel like there's kind of three changes it feels like. I feel like I guess I'll give the summary first. There's kind of just I don't know if suburban would be the right word, but it's like up in Bountiful. Similar mountains still up in Bountiful, but I guess suburban kind of I don't know if it's just me, but like more like I guess they go outside a bit more. I don't know. Um, and then there's just the really industrialized area of Salt Lake City, which is Salt Lake City. I don't know what the point's there because this is kind of all of it. I know Bountiful's kind of up here, and then there's like a third area. I'd say it's where it's still more pretty much Bountiful's still industrialized, but maybe just a little less than Salt Lake City. But I'd say then we're at the part where it's basically Utah County, where it's a little less industrialized, but like still pretty similar to Salt Lake City in a way. Sorry. Especially with its mountains. Kind of similar with its mountains. Um anyways, sorry. This should not be where to begin. We will begin in Bountiful. So North Salt Lake. I don't know if this is a town. That this is not North Salt. Well, I mean Salt Lake County and city. But sorry, not to get distracted with that. Let's begin in Bountiful. Okay, this is Woods Cross. I don't know if that's a part of Bountiful or not. Bountiful seems to be more here. And by Bountiful, I'll probably mean like the Bountiful area. So I'd say one thing I kind of want to look at first. I guess let's take a brief view of the city in Bountiful, and I'll compare it to Salt Lake City as a person living in Salt Lake City myself. Gosh, it's just the same photo. Okay. Um, it actually, sorry, my boundary is kind of close. It's not far too different from Salt Lake City. I feel like, well, one, the mountains up here. But I'd say, yeah, there's kind of, here. Because, like, if we go here, it's like nearly the same place. Yeah, it's actually still pretty similar. I'd say, though, from what you can kind of tell here, though, it's not as crazy. I don't see any major buildings, and really the only major buildings in Salt Lake City is what? The northeast. Um, but they have pretty similar houses and stuff. Um, yeah, I'd say overall, I don't know if I should describe it as more peaceful. but I don't know for sure. Trying to see the globe change. Okay. Um. Overall, though, it's actually kind of similar with its town. So never mind. I don't know. There's just kind of a feeling that's different. This is Farmington. We need to go back south. Not Centerville. Bountiful. Bountiful. My gosh, where is Bountiful? I don't know how I suddenly just left it all of a sudden. Um. Anyways, another part I want to look at is the mountains. There's a little B in there. Yeah, they put letters in mountains. I think for like college sport thingamabobs. I don't know. I don't pay attention to those. The mountains are pretty similar, especially when seeing the Wasatch Range up close and kind of when you're in it. I'd say though. Oh, sorry. I'm full of yawns in these videos. I don't know why. It is pretty similar because it's like there's just rocks everywhere like this. Um, I'd say though it's slightly. I'd say there's less trees for sure. And yes, I know there's areas like this in the Wasatch Range, but it's like I don't know. It kind of seems to span the whole place, but not quite. There's still some trees. It's likely the same. So I can see a slight difference in Bountiful. You could also see kind of one up here. Sorry, I need to itch my hair. You can kind of see a difference up here. So I know most of the trees are blocking it, but it's like with the city, I don't know, the feeling of it kind of changes. That's when you know you're out of Salt Lake City. I kind of wanted to make that brief. I'll maybe make a full conclusion and comparison at the end. And I'm sorry I keep just plopping myself in random areas of the city like I'm not knowing what I'm doing. I haven't done a full visit to Bountiful. Um Salt Lake City I could do a bit more. Now I'd say though, I'm gonna still plop in random places because we're gonna compare that to what we saw. Okay, so yeah, alone you can kind of tell Salt Lake City has just a much bigger layout for the houses, and it kind of needs to make ways to support more houses because of how difficult the space would be living in. So you can kind of tell it's already more of the industrialization, but then it kind of does. Um, Unlike Bountiful, oops, there I was itching my nose. I didn't mean to put that on. I guess let's take a look here. So yeah, it's pretty sunny, and well, I mean, it depends on when this was taken, but like it's pretty sunny and like basically when houses are sunny here, it's actually pretty similar to how we saw it in Bountiful. Now, unlike Bountiful, of course, Bountiful had the mountains here. Let's actually compare the Wasatch Range. Now, here's the thing: we can't compare the Ochre Mountains because Bountiful doesn't have them. But let's quickly. I know I didn't compare a lot of industrialization. I guess let's take another plop right here really quick. Yeah, before we move on with the Wasatch Range, let's see here. Yeah, it's always these big roads and random areas. And I feel like that's kind of the same with Bountiful, but it's like a little less crazy if that makes sense. Now comparing the Wasatch Range to what we saw. So from what you can tell in Salt Lake City, um it gets much taller. And then when you're up against these mountains, when they get much taller, um, sorry, it's kind of blocked. But you can, yeah, it pretty much, you can feel the camping. No, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. But I guess you know what I mean. Um, you can imagine the camping feeling just seeing this. Um, So trees up there. Yeah, just the trees expand up there. And then let's say I don't know how much higher this was. Okay, this is just a little bit higher. Um wait one sec. Yeah, you can this is where you can actually feel the camping. I'd say oops, I got a completely different photo. You can see all of Salt Lake City up here. I'd say in Bountiful, it just felt more dry and it feels like I don't know. It feels like a typical house by a mountain. And that's kind of some of the same throughout the Wasatch Range. I know there's like a few places I've been throughout the Wasatch Range that are kind of by it and kind of look the same that we saw in Bountiful. Man, look at how vibrant the green is. But like this high, um, you could kind of tell when by the houses, it kind of gives you that camping feeling. And then, of course, since like I said, Bountiful doesn't have the Ochre Mountains, we can't really compare that. But I guess we could compare like something. There. I don't know. I'm just trying to look out. I'm trying to here. Let's go a pretty far distance from it. Um. Yeah, I've always wondered. Never mind. Sorry. So there's not much more. It's kind of just pretty dark up here. Uh. I mean, there's that Bingham Canyon mine, like I said. Uh. Yeah, it's pretty dark up here. I don't really want to compare to that at the moment, and I feel like was there a third thing I compared? I guess not really. I just want to see how long this video has been. Okay, 12 minutes. Like I said, I kind of want this to be a short video, so I'll probably just do Utah County and then end the video, if that's fine. So it's really just been city and mountains. So, Utah County, let's start. This is American Fork. Yeah, there's a city called American Fork here. I don't know what. Sorry. I don't know how it got its name, but sure. Just kidding. There's always those weird histories. So, I'd say this is like based off of experience because I've driven through here, this area. I'm kind of combining this as one area. Um, I kind of say this is a little less industrialized than Salt Lake City. Um, Still looks pretty similar, but also more industrialized than Bountiful, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's similar house vibes in a way. There's these huge stadiums all the time. I did they got a picture in there. Um, but yeah, you can kind of notice it just it feels well, it kind of feels the same, but it still feels a little bit more empty than Salt Lake City. Um, I'm still probably gonna look a bit more. You see, this is a big road. I don't know, something about it just makes it feel more empty, but also it kind of just feels familiar. Then there's the Utah Lake. There's not much. I mean, both Bountiful and Salt Lake City have the Great Salt Lake. I guess this is kind of you could say the Great Salt Lake here. I don't know though. I think this is it frozen. Okay. Um Now already I might get to the last thing. It's just because I'm getting pretty tired and I need to do something. Um One. Sorry, I don't know why I wanted to go under there. Yeah, we we also have these in Salt Lake City. Kind of like these bridge things. Um, I'd say the mountains is the last thing. Now, I've seen a little bit of them. I'm really quick. I'm kind of curious. Okay, I should not get distracted for long. Now, they're actually pretty similar, and most tall mountains you could view in Salt Lake City actually kind of go here in Utah County. Now, wait. Never eat soggy. Okay. So, I know I still use that term for Northeast, Southwest, but it works, okay? Um, kind of just, it kind of appears the same, but it's like, it's different. You feel like you're in a different city. It honestly kind of feels like a different state. I don't know why. It gives me a feeling of maybe when I visited Denver. I mean, the last time I visited Denver, Colorado was like late 2022. Let's quickly though go up by the mountain. Let's see. So yeah, this is kind of what it was like in Bountiful. Why are the 2024 pictures so blurry? Okay, we'll see. So it's kind of similar to what it was like in Bountiful. Oh wow, we reached the dead end. So yeah, it was similar to what it was like in Bountiful. Um, um, no camping feeling or anything. There's actually a few places in Salt Lake City I feel like this. I don't know. I might just be straight up thinking of Draper. But then you could drive up here and kind of can't see anything. But then it kind of feels like camping. Let's go a little south for a bit. Yeah, this place kind of feels familiar. And there's like a little. Isn't this a canyon passage? I don't know how I forgot the definitions, but oh, this is all tilted. Um, so this actually kind of still feels like Salt Lake City in a way. Actually, very much like it, more than Bountiful was. Then this is actually kind of the part that feels like Salt Lake City. From what you can tell, it's pretty similar there, but it's just I think because I looked at like one area of Salt Lake City like this, but I feel like a lot of Salt Lake City is kind of like that. This is pretty unique. Some of it's still in Salt Lake City, but I think it's a tiny area on like Lone Peak, I think. And I think too, like if I go out for a sec, sorry, I'm kind of going back to Salt Lake City. I think this is Mount Timpanogos, if I'm correct. I think we can view it if yeah, this is Mount Timpanogos. It's crazy because you can actually view it in areas of Salt Lake City, and it's crazy to think how it's literally in Utah County. That is crazy. So yeah, I'd say with this snowy and rockness, could actually go to Utah County, considering it crazy enough owns Timpanogos County, or no, not county, mountain. And then they do have mountains. There's this. And I think there's something over here that says Eagle Mountain, but I think that's a town. Isn't this a town? Just Eagle Mountain. And of course this looks different. But then I don't know what this mountain is. Is this also Eagle Mountain? Just kidding. Um so what's like actually okay, this is still pretty much 20 minutes. Okay. Well, I'm going to end the video here. Sorry it wasn't too interesting. I'll maybe do that one guy's suggestion like I said in the beginning of this video. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here, so thanks for watching, and goodbye.